Okay, take two. Hey everyone, it's Elaine. Haven't done a video in a very long time. It's been September of last year since I did a video, and it's now June 2026. So I got a lot of catching up to do with you guys. The first things I did back in October. Laura from LeMan Mimi's Crochet and Farming had a crochet along type thing. She had, let's do a pattern with our name in it. Let's find a pattern with our name in it and do that. So, and then another one she did, let's find a pattern with one of our parents' names in it. So it was her What's in a Name Now. So I picked a pattern. I found a pattern with Elaine, and it's called the Elaine Doily. And I did it with 10 thread and green. And it was from Gull 808 was the tutorial or pattern I got this from. And again, this was back in October, I think, when I did this. And the other one was I picked my mother's name, Lily. I did a Lily, and I'm using it, so it's pretty flat and worn out. But this is the Lily coaster. My mom's name was Lily. Not Lillian, Lily, with 2 L's, not 1 L. So I did this in cotton. This is the peaches and cream cotton. So that was my Lily coaster, which is being used. It probably needs to be thrown in the wash. Okay, hats. I did some hats. One of the hats I did, well, a couple of hats I did, I don't even have pictures anymore. One was probably Fairy Tales of Yesterday. I don't think I shown that one. I don't know where that one is. A spiral hat I did with Cascades Yards Whirligig. Don't know where that hat is. It's probably up in the closet somewhere. But Quicksilver beanie I saw hanging around. So I said, okay, this is the one. I did this in Red Heart Super Saver and Hot Red. So that was one of the hats. Also, Among the Stars. Among the Stars. That one, I don't know where it is. That's probably in the closet somewhere, but I did have a picture of it. Can't see it too well. But it was done with Red Heart hot sauce ombre. This was coming up better before. It's kind of a very light orange and then dark and everything. But you could probably find that somewhere on Lala's at the end of her video. She has a where she shows all the hats that people took a picture of and sent it in. Another hat I did was slideshow. That's the word I was looking for, slideshow. This was the Alpine Stitch. Alpine Ridge beanie. The Alpine Ridge beanie. And I liked this one. This had a nice pattern to it, nice texture and everything. This was done in some special yarn. This was done in Southern Skeins. It's from Southern Skeins, and the colorway was Sarasota. And this was dyed especially for Billy, the Crafty Floridians first get together that she organized with the Zoom ladies. And I didn't get to go, but we all still got a couple of skeins, and I saved it because I didn't know what I wanted to make with it. And it's not a whole lot of yardage on, hand-dyed yarn. So I didn't know what I was going to make. I don't think it was enough to make a top, and not for me anyway. But I finally saw the hat, and I said, "Oh, that's a pretty pattern." So I decided to do a hat with the Southern Skein with the pink. So I got my pink beanie with my special yarn. So I like that pattern. Oh, what else did I do? Baby blankets. I did a couple of baby blankets. I don't have them anymore because the babies already have them. I did one with a crossback baby blanket, it was called, from Jada and Stitches. I didn't even take a picture of that. I forgot to take a picture of it. But that went to baby Mabel at my church. So I don't have that one anymore. The second one I did went to baby Grace, has that one. That was the Trinity Stitch baby blanket. That was was that? I don't know who did that. I don't know where I got the stitch from. But while I was finishing it up, I did it in pink, and I did it. Yeah, it was a Trinity stitch. And while I was finishing that up, Laura with her Bot Hat Palooza, the hat that she had picked was a baby bonnet. And I thought, oh, that would be so cute. I have enough yarn. I'll make a baby bonnet to go with it. So I did. And it was one of those. It was like a little house on the prairie type bonnets. It goes out. It was so cute. And it had a little flower and leaf applique to sew on with it. So I did the bonnet too. Of course, I don't have it. There is. I have a picture of it though, because I did send it to Laura for her. Oh. Yeah. My monkey Phoebe BB modeled it, and again, it's pretty washed out. Can't see, and behind it is the blanket that I made. There, it's coming up a little bit. It was in the Trinity stitch, which looks like a star stitch. But it was a nice closed stitch. It was good for a baby. No big holes and stuff in it. So that was the baby bonnet and blanket that I made for baby Grace. So that one was. What else did I make? Okay. Oh, something new I started. I found Juniper and Oaks Crochet Queen, one of the mosaic crocheters. She's done a lot of neat cals and stuff of blankets and things that I have yet to do, but she is doing a group mosaic granny square every month. It started in January. There's another granny cal too a month, and she's doing that I think with another crocheter. I don't know, but there's kind of a couple of cals, so you have to find the right one. But this was the January one. This was a starburst pattern for January. So I'm a little behind, like I said. The February one is some kind of a hearts one, and I haven't started that one yet, but I've got the yarn. I got the yarn all picked out. So these are going to be my summer projects because it's small, and I'm not doing blankets in the summertime because I don't have any air conditioning, so it's way too hot to put a blanket on my lap. So that's going to be a summer projects. Now I did do a luck of the draw. Where'd it go? It was here. Here it is. It fell. Okay. Luck of the draw 15. This was, you will never find another luck of the draw like this one. Because the numbers, you have to pick 5 colors, and it's for 10 weeks. The first 5 weeks had all the colors. There were no repeats. All 5 colors were picked. And the next 5 weeks, the same thing. All the 5 colors were picked in the same order as the first 5 colors. That has never, ever happened in the history of Luck of the Draw, as far as I know. Not even when Nan was doing it, I don't think. And she had 8 colors you had to pick for hers. And I don't think that ever happened, that you had colors coming up exactly in the exact order. Anyways, what I did for my Luck of the Draw, I had, I wanted to get rid of some scrap. I had, scrap balls that we collect, they multiply, and you have a bunch of scrap balls. So I needed to use those up. So what I did, I picked like three colors of blue and 3 colors, different shades of green, and purples and yellow and brown. So my main color was Aran. So what I did, when the first color was picked, if I can find the top part, I would use main color and then the blue, one of the blue colors, and then the main color, and then the other blue ball, and then another color, and then the last blue that I had. And that was the first week. 3 different shades of blue, which you can't tell too much from here. And then the next color she picked, it was my purples. So I had 3 different shades of purples. And that purple had some blue in it. So, and then the next set was greens. I had 3 different shades of greens, and then yellow. I had like gold and yellow and kind of an orange color. And the last number she picked was my browns. So I had all blue, green, all 5 different colors. All was nice. There were no repeats. And then the second week 6, she picked the same color as week 1. And it was in the same order. In my colors, it was the blues, the purples, the greens, the yellows, and the browns, all in the same order. That would never. So any of you who like those, don't like OCD or whatever, this is very organized colors. So Luck of the Draw 15 is for you if you liked very organized colors, all in the right order. So this blanket I wanted for a lapgan for me. A lot of times in the winter I've got a shawl around me, but my legs get cold unless I'm working on a blanket or something. So I needed something. I needed to add, so I had to add 5 more rows to it. So it would be big enough for my lap and not too big. Because I've got really neat blankets that I've put on my lap, but they're too big. They're throws. They're nice to throw over you when you're laying on the couch or something, but for a lapgan, they're too big. So this was perfect. Now, the only thing I have to do now, of course, it was a mosaic. So, yes, I've got ends. So I'm going to weave. I'm going to do an envelope border, I think, for these. I did one before for my other blanket, which I will show you in a couple of minutes. That was Luck of the Draw 15. Trisha, Mama Swift, does that. And she's on 16 now, I think. So check out Mama Swift. Every week she picks a different color, and you use that color for your when Nan's did it, Nan's Next Knot, she had 8 colors. You had to pick 8 colors, number them 1 through 8, and 1 main color. And with hers, it was 3 rows. You did 3 rows of the main color and 3 rows of the color that she picked that week, and then 3 rows of the main. And then you waited a week, and then she picked the second one, and you did your 3 colors of that color that she picked. And that one went for 20 weeks. That was a 20-week Cal. She did that. She started that in 2020. Some way to use up your yarn that you have. Couldn't go to the store to buy any. So it was kind of a way that you could use up a yarn that you had at home. So Nan's Next Knots was the one that, it was her brainchild. And now she doesn't do it anymore. And Trisha asked if she could take it over because everybody liked it. Everybody liked it. So Trisha does it now. And she does it. They've done a boggy style, where it's because everybody was doing boggy blankets, and those are smaller blankets. So she does 5 colors and 10 weeks, and then you can make it in a good size boggy blanket that you want. So, and you can do anything that you want. You don't have to do a blanket. You can do anything you want. Or there's been sweaters, and I've done bags. You can do a scarf. You can do a snake. They've done Denise Fuzzy Butt. She's been doing amigurumi type things with Luck of the Draw. So use your imagination. You can do all kinds of stuff with it. It's fun. Okay, next up. Okay, I'll do I'm still working on this. This is my auntie blanket. The Zoom auntie blanket. And this is Laura's idea too. She said, Trisha, why don't you design a blanket for us using all our favorite stitches? So Trisha said, all right. And she did it. We've got, how many of us? I wish I had this all written down. I do somewhere. Let me see. There was a bunch of us. Not everybody. She get everybody. Mostly the night shift people. This is a couple of years ago. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, about 20 of us. So I got about 20 different stitches here to do. And each one of us picked a stitch that we liked, and Tricia incorporated it designed it into a blanket that we could do. So I won't go all of it. This was the first color, was a triad stitch, and that was Laura's. I did it in orange because, it's Laura's. And we went way up. I'm up to this one now. This was mine, Star Stitch. I don't know where I left off. I think it was about where I had it, just before my color. But this is what it is. We've got Suzette stitch and bobble. This it's red. Guess whose stitch that was? That was Trisha's stitch. Bobble stitch. And mine was the star stitch. That's in green. This was the triad stitch, and this was the time I decided, oh, I like that stitch. I think I'll do it for the baby blanket. So that's how I got. And this was, I think the triad stitch was Nancy from She's Got Yarn too. And this is the puff stitch. That was Cindy, Freeze Baby. And this is the third loop. Half double in the third loop or something. Yeah, that was Anita's stitch. Nope. Oh, there it is. Third loop, half double crochet. That was Anita's. So next one I got to do, and actually that was supposed to be the sedge stitch, but I did the wrong one. So, okay, I'll keep going for Anita's. The next one was Jackson's stitch, where she picked the Madonna stitch, which is a sedge stitch. You call it the Madonna stitch because Madonna likes that stitch. So that's the sedge stitch, the next one I'm going to do. So I've got 1, 2, 3 more. And then we do a kind of a half double single crochet border. And then we're going to do a Catherine's wheel around the whole blanket. That was Chris stitch. And then the last one, it'll be Billy's stitch, the crab stitch. We'll finish it off with the crab stitch. So this is like almost done. Actually, it's kind of cool today. I should do it at least one section while it's not too hot out. It's actually kind of cool today. It's rainy. So that's I'm still working on that one. That's going to take a while. Well, it won't take too much long. If it gets hot, of course, I won't work on it until it's the fall. So what else? All right, look at the draw. Oh, yes, the big one. All right, this is my big project that I was working on. I showed you last time my progress, and I finally finished it. This is going to be for my son, so I'm waiting for him to pick it up. I better hurry up and do a video. This is the All Skulls blanket by Siskel Design, and I've showed it to you last time when I wasn't quite finished yet. There's skulls inside the diamonds, and then there's full skeletons, and then the skulls looking one way, skulls facing forward, and skulls looking the other way. Back to the skeletons, and the skulls and the diamonds, and the end ones. It's a big blanket. It's heavy, and I should have done it in 3 weight, DK weight. Because so great. So he hasn't seen it yet. So I haven't posted it on anything yet. But and I did an envelope border. That took but at least I know how to do one. I mean, there's different ways of doing it. You can do a front loop border, and or I did the half double, juniper and oaks. I followed her design. She showed me how to do it. So I just did it in white. You know, you did your half doubles all the way around. You should do 3 rows, but I didn't want to make it any bigger than it already was. So I managed to do two rounds of half doubles on one side of the blanket. Then you do 2 rounds of half doubles on the other side of the blanket all the way around. And then I closed it up in black. Got all the ends stuck in the side there inside that envelope border. So I started this blanket in January of 2005. Now, granted, it's been in timeout during the summer last year. I didn't work on it at all. And then I had baby blankets to do and stuff. So it did get put aside quite a few times. But I finally finished it. Finished it in, when did I finish it? In February? Was it that long ago? All right, when did I finish this? I did a crochet book. The beginning of it has when you started and when you ended. If I remember to put the dates in, it's kind of neat. Okay, I'll skulls blanket. I started it in January 2005. I finished it in May 22nd, actually. So I finished it last month. So I'm still waiting for him to come and get it. Get it out of the house. It's big. How big is it? It measured, I did measure it. 81 by 52 and a half. That's about how big it is. 81 inches long by 52 and a half. So it fits on my bed. We have a regular double-sized bed. It goes over the edge if it goes from actually you put it over the pillows and down to the foot of the bed. That's how long it was. And it's wide. Fits the whole thing. Doesn't drape over the edge of the bed, but it's right end to end. So it fits on a regular double-sized bed, kind of. But that's it, and that's all I've been working on for now. I've got to finish my Zumonti blanket, and do the border on my Zoom blanket, on my Apache Tears, do the border on that. And I think that's all I've been working on as far as I know. I'm so organized. Okay, well, that was it. Nothing else happening here. I will try and be a little more, but I don't crochet that much. I mean, I'm not that fast of a crocheter. I don't get, when we were doing not Luck of the Draw, the Tile of the Week, that was something I was doing a video every week then, because I was actually participating in Tile of the Week. Bought Head of the Palooza, I should do that maybe every week, but I haven't. I've sporadically done the hat. Right now she's on sabbatical from that. She'll start up again in September, I think, or whenever. So maybe I'll start hats again. We'll see. But I'm definitely be working on this summer, trying to get all the squares done. I've done this in cotton, so they're going to be washcloths. I could attach them and make a big towel, blanket, or something, but we'll see. But they make a good size washcloth, so I want to do these squares. I really enjoy doing mosaic. I really do. It's not hard. I mean, if people see this, they go, "Oh, I could never do anything like that." And I would have said the same thing, but I tried it, and I tried it with a washcloth. I tried it, the very first one I did. I think I've mentioned this in a video before. It was a washcloth, and it was from Crochet Crowd. Had a washcloth and mosaic. And I gave it a shot, and it worked. I did it, and it wasn't hard. And if you know how to do back loop single crochets and double crochet down into the front loop, you can do it. All you have to do is follow the pattern, the chart, show you which ones is going to be single, which one's a double, which one's a single. It's really easy. It's really easy, and it's fun seeing the design come to life when you're working on it, especially with this one. This one's really fun. So I know there's been a Sam from Manfus Makes did a lovely, and a couple of other people did that fairy one with the fairies. That was really cute. My sister would love that one. But I want to do one for my daughter now. So so I have to get together with her and she could pick out a blanket. Or maybe I've got some blankets. I got my Sophie's Universe blanket that I made. I've got Yaya's boy blanket. That was a sunshine hooked on sunshine blanket. I've got those 2 blankets and another crochet crowd blanket that I've made. And they're just sitting there. They're not being used. So I should go and see if she wants one of those. Somebody get some use out of them. Okay, so that's it until next time. Who knows when? Another 6 months, maybe. I don't know. But thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you again. Bye.